Hello everyone, xHedra here, bringing you episode 14 of Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out Edition, a game by Klei. So, in the last episode, we did a lot of cleanup and we ended up with a time lapse where I prepared this crude oil box, okay? The goal is that today we're going to start producing crude oil and we're going to start transforming that crude oil into petroleum because petroleum is going to fix a lot of our cooling or heat problem. It's an okay coolant, but it has the ability to go to 500 degrees. So it really helps for this machine here. Because basically, right now, we're sending cold water into it, and sometimes we might run out of cool water, or we're filling this, or we're like, it's not perfect. Whereas this metal refinery, if I use crude oil, not crude oil, petroleum in it, then I can just make what everyone calls a sauna or factory brick or something like that, where you just are able to run it constantly with no heat problem. Like right here, it's chilled because of the environment, but you can't always be counting on the environment because these are, they go dormant. And once, like they're going to go dormant in 46 cycle, at which point, when both of these are dormant, I'm no longer going to have any liquid to cool here and fill it. So that's why you need a permanent solution. Let's go here and any metal. Perfect. Print. Well, I say any metal, but if I see rust, I'm not taking rust. Okay, so on the first planet, a couple of things that we did that I'm not sure that I explained is I have this new rail system. So whatever comes from the second planet falls here. If it's food, meat or nosh bean or stuff like that, it gets put into this conveyor loader and brought here to be chilled. If it's fossil, it gets put into this conveyor loader. This is all fossil, and it gets brought right up here where I have a little dude transforming the fossil into lime. I'm going to need another conveyor line to bring the lime here, but since I want to make like a sauna brick or something like that, I'm not going to be doing this anytime. Like I'm just going to put everything in the right place. I also, as you can see, connected this so I can extract here. Oh, I never finished this part. So let me just also put this thing right here. And we're going to need to bring it power, power, and power. And then I need the conveyor rail to connect it. Okay, so basically I've been extracting the food and the everything else and throwing it down here. And if it's food, it goes in here. So what I've also done is I'm going to put this to a 7. So basically by this being a higher priority, if there's anything that's food, it's going to put it in this conveyor loader. If something's not food, then it does it secondary here. This one I've been using to just grab all of the coal. I don't like having the coal in here. I need the coal to be able to go up here easily. So I should be shipping it here. For now, I'm just taking the coal out and... where am I bringing the coal? Conveyor rail. Oh, it's going on this line, but only if this line is empty. So all of the coal is coming here. If I look at this, how much coal? I've got 85 ton of coals here, and I have 403 tons of coal here. Yeah, these hatch are coal monsters. They make so much coal. You know what? Okay, let me show you a little something about this. I'm doing research here, but I can't complete the research because I don't have the data bank. Well, I have some, but I don't have all the data bank. But you're able to complete all of the rest of the research. So I'm going down this list and I'm just doing all of the research one after another. But then once this whole line is going to be finished, I'm not going to be able to start that line because I need to finish that line. And they all need data bank. So this is one that I really want soon because it gives us a conveyor rail germ sensor, element sensor, and thermal sensor, and the solid filter. So it's going to let us filter what we want to send where. Okay. Technically, I need 30 data bank. Let's go look. What's my data bank situation? I've got 32. So I could already finish that one piece of research, but not the other ones. So how do I get more data bank? Well, the 32 that I got by analyzing some geysers. So this one, like when I analyzed that geyser gave me between 7 and 12 and 10 data bank, I think. I don't know if it's random or it's depending on the kind of geyser, but I think I analyzed 1, 2, 3. So these 3 gave me 32. Did I analyze anyone else? I analyzed this one too. So 33. Okay, so maybe they only gave me 7 each. Is it analyzed? No, this one's not analyzed. Okay. So only the one with the little, like, technological doodad is telling me that it's analyzed. So this is all good. Okay, so here, I'm going to want to go and make data bank. And for that, we need to go to space. So on this planet, you know what? Let's go to the other planet first, because what's really important is starting our oil industry. So right here, I'm going to go to utilities, oil well, and I'm going to put a steel oil well here and here. Then I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to need to transform. So the oil well are going to use water and power to pump oil out, crude oil out of magic thin air. So this is kind of the only geysers that we have that actually needs something to extract from. All the other geyser, they spew. See, already started. So what this does is it uses 1 kilogram of water per second to produce 3 kilogram of crude oil per second. And it's back pressuring. What does that mean? It means that this little section right here, you see it's a bit red in the corner here, gonna go all up to 100%. And when it does, it's going to need to be depressurized or emptied. I don't remember the term that it uses. And what that means is that it's going to need, it's going to spew out natural gas. So that's why I enclose this, because both of these are going to be creating natural gas. I might turn this one on also later. If I do, I'm just going to expand the box around like this and make it part of the same environment. Let's go to refinement. We also want an oil refinery made out of steel. For now, we're going to have a way more efficient way of dealing with this later, but for now, it's going to be just like that. Okay, like this, and you are going to come over like this. Okay, I'm going to need a liquid bridge here and a liquid bridge here. I'm going to need to split those lines. All good, perfect. So, let's just complete this as soon as possible. And then this is a 6. Who's starving? Wait a second. Who's starving? Oh, no. Go eat instead of starving, you stupid goop. Sometimes they're just so funny. Okay, so coming back to starting this. This is what I want to start ASAP, because this is what I want to master today. Like, I want to be able to get petroleum, because petroleum is really good. Or getting, taking EAT and destroying it. Well, oh wow, I'm making this a great explanation. Okay, let's just try it differently. When you have a liquid being used in some machine, they produce heat, or it can become warm, it can absorb heat, or it can distribute chill. Okay, this is kind of what we're doing here. Like, if I come here, I have a liquid in the pipe. The liquid goes through this. The liquid's at -4 degrees, and then it just gets chilled more, comes back and distribute the chill. Or, in this case, it's used to eliminate heat. So we have this that's producing, that's warming -5 or -10 degree brine and bringing it up to 89 degree. Okay? And right now, I'm just dumping it here or transforming it in water, but all of this water has no temperature control. Like, it's just horrible. Some of it's too warm, some of it is too cold, but I need to warm this up, or else I wouldn't be able to process it because it would crack the pipe. But that's not the usual setup that you do, because at some point, see, these are all backing up. We're all wasting the potential of these liquid. Usually people will just warm these to at least like 5 degrees so that they can transform them, and they're going to transform them in water. I'm using it as a chilling solution and as a loop for the metal refinery. But what people usually do with the metal refinery is that they use the same liquid over and over again, and they just force cool it. And for this, petroleum is perfect. It's with petroleum. So you can't use crude oil. I'm going to show you why. With crude oil, okay, there is a chance at 399 degrees that it's going to transform into petroleum. So you don't want to have liquid transformation. And it can go down to minus 40. But if I look at petroleum, petroleum can go up to 539, 38. That gives us a little bit more breathing room. So usually that's what people use in their refinery. They put petroleum and then they have it come out and they have it get chilled in like a steam turbine room. And they just put it back in the refinery over and over and over again. That is a closed loop system that works forever. Whereas these, the moment I run out of cold water because they go dormant, then I can't use this anymore, and you don't want to not be able to use it. Okay, so let's prepare a rocket. We're going to come right here, and we're going to put a steel rocket base right here. And we're going to start building a rocket to go do a little bit of research into space. While we're waiting for that, let's come back over here. And all of that is started. Okay. I need to also connect this. And then I'm going to be able to show you. This is full. So I'm just going to cut it from power. Okay. Because I don't need more. And this is now connected. So now I can show you how this is going to work. I'm going to put these on 9 and this on 7, and I'm going to be able to show you. Now, I could be feeding the crude oil directly, but I would not feed it directly fast enough, okay? So by running out of power, okay, so let's just cut the power here. I'm just going to cut the power a couple of, not automation, sorry, and not gas pipe. Okay. So I'm cutting the power because I want to maximize, because now it's night. That's why we lost power. And are we going to get a meteor shower? Oh, there's one right there. So probably not. Anyway, if I come back here, what I was trying to say is, oh, it's doing it. So let's stop. Okay. So this little dupe is transforming crude oil into petroleum. And you see that it's constantly filling and constantly emptying. If you don't have a buffer tank and you feed it directly from a pump, well, at some point, the machine's not going to have enough crude oil, and the dude's going to be like, okay, I'll go do something else somewhere else. And then crude oil gets into it, and by the time he's here, he's like done his task, he's going to come back and do some more. If you want to have a continuous stream, you need to have a continuous output. Okay, so I'm just going to let that continue so that I get a tank. But after the fact that I get a tank, I'm going to restart the production of the crude oil. And this is kind of started and something that I can work on as a side project. But now let me explain you this loop. So this is so by the way, this machine, you're not seeing it, but it's emitting natural gas 90 grams per second. And it's transforming 10 kilograms of crude oil into 5 kilograms of petroleum. Okay, so this is producing a lot of natural gas. These, you can see, as now 31 kilograms of natural gas, but it's just going to go up and up and up and up, and then it's going to get exited in here. We're going to take all of that natural gas and combine it with this natural gas geyser, which, you know what, it's now everything here is closed, so we probably should open this up so that it can start spewing natural gas. Eruption period, average output. Oh, it's dormant. Now that we've dug it up completely, it's telling us that it's dormant. Okay, so let's go back home and let's just send our Brainiac dupe over just to analyze it. Ooh, we've got something right here. Lime. Oh, love you, lime. Always take lime. That's very lucky. It's not critical because we now have fossil being made into lime. The reason it's important is that it makes things faster. And as a YouTuber recording, you want things to always go faster. You know what? Weep only. I don't know why they get into this loop of trying to just feed resources here. It's annoying. So I've sent my Brainiac dupe over. Hello? Analyze. So Brainiac's going to analyze this. And you know what? Let's just start digging here. Because we need to... Like, I want to get to the sulfur geyser at some point soon. Not now, but some point soon we're going to want to get to this. So this we're going to need to completely cover. Oh, this is too high. So I'm also going to need a little bit of a ladder here to help my dupe. So this has some polluted. You can see it because of the spore. There is some pollution that I want to crush. Okay, so let's talk about this closed loop again. Well, not closed loop, like how this system's going to work. So all of this is producing crude oil that we're making into petroleum. And that petroleum is good for petroleum rocket, but it's also good for cooling loop. And it's also good for power if we absolutely need the power. But this natural gas combined with this natural gas is also something that's very interesting. Because if I go to natural gas generator is going to input 90 gram of natural gas per second. Okay. Then it's going to output 67.5 gram of polluted water and carbon dioxide. Well, the polluted water, we're going to pump into a sieve and we're going to make water that we're going to feed back into this. And I can restart this now. So let's just grab the automation. No, the power wire and reconnect this and reconnect this. Copper meteor shower. Okay, so this meteor shower was analyzed because on this planet, I kind of forgot, I have a telescope. So it got analyzed. Oh, rocket. So let's just, I'm going to explain the rocket later. For now, I'm just going to throw a couple of elements and I'm going to take the time to explain to you after. I'm building it all out of gold because I don't have, oh, I need a second solar power panel, but that's going to go later. All out of gold because I don't have enough steel. I want to keep my steel for better things for now. Okay, so this is building. Let's come back right here. What was I doing? So here, Brainiac's doing the analysis. The moment Brainiac is done with the analysis, Brainiac's going back home. Ooh, inspect. I completely forgot to inspect all of these things. Those are more data banks. So inspect this. Okay, Brainiac's done. Brainiac, you're going back home. Oh, he had nothing to eat here. So it's a good thing I'm sending him back home right now. Go and eat. Perfect. So now that this also gives, oh, see, this one gave us 13 data bank. So we're going to bring the data bank here. And you know what? This one, we're going to send the data bank over. Same thing so that they all grab whatever we find. So this natural gas geyser is dormant, as we said, and it's going to be dormant for 45 cycle. So there's no rush in doing anything here, unfortunately. That is the most annoying thing that when you're trying to record, that you're in a situation where I want to use this and show you how to use it, but it's dormant and we can't do anything with it. Since this is a copper shower and it's coming from my planet, it's 2 cycle. So by cycle 350, I need to close my, I'm going to need to close space. Ooh. This is going to be a really harsh meteor shower. So I really want to close this off to space ASAP. And finish this with bunker tiles. And we're going to say this is priority 7. I don't know if I have enough to close the other side. No. Okay. So also close this. So right here, it's If it damages here, it's not the end of the world. But I need these closed like yesterday. Since I'm here, I'm also going to be going like this. Okay. In the next episode, we're going to automate the protection from space. Like, this is something that I should have done a long time ago. And I've just been like checking the star map. Sometimes I forget, then I fix things. But I want to get to a point where I don't have to think about a planet. Like this planet, once I'm going to be done dismantling it and getting everything out of it, I'm going to keep one dupe here. And that dupe is going to take care of the whole planet. And I'm going to automate like 90% of the task. This cannot be automated. This cannot be automated. This cannot be automated. So the dupe is here for those. Also for the plants that I'm going to try and keep. And is there anything else? No, everything else is, well, transforming polluted dirt into compost. And maybe one or two other tasks. But this planet's going to get to a point where there's almost nothing left that needs to be done. I don't like how you're not prioritizing this. Can you please just do it a bit faster? I'm going to put... I want this side first. Like, this is way more urgent. I don't think we're going to be on time. Yeah. Not going to be finished on time, unfortunately. Because that's a problem. See? This slow dupe took the job. Okay, priority. Who's my best builder? Building it out right here. And mecha build. So I'm going to put those two on building. And I'm going to wait for you to... You know what? No, you're not allowed to build. You're too slow to build. So I'm going to remove him as a builder. So that these guys are just doing building all time. And on top of that, like, this is gimmicking a little bit. But if I come back to priority, I'm going to say you want to build before anything else. So technically, they should be all taking one side. And one should be doing one side. The other one should be doing the other side. And let's just do this. Like, this is too late. So usually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this right here. And I'm going to bring the steel here. That's the problem. The problem, see, he's done. He's going to go way down to get some more steel downstairs. And the steel is back here, which is really not a good thing. 1.3 cycle. I'm concentrating on this a little bit because I'm worried. I'm going to go steel and I'm going to go 8. So I think that the other dupe, Ari, is going to just start bringing steel here, which means my builder should be concentrated on building more. Because see, they're not even bringing enough at a time. Okay, let's go to the other planet and to the rocket. What's the rocket looking like? Oh, I'm going to need more glass. Did I start production of more glass? No. So let's just go over here and let's make more glass. Perfect. Okay, let's go. For that rocket, I'm going to need to bring some water. Okay, and is this... Nope, this is not... Let's go to this pipe, and that's going to be bringing water like this. Perfect. I'm also going to need some carbon gas, which I'm going to explain after. Let me just finish this up and connect it here. And let's grab some ventilation to skip over like this. And this I need to connect like that. Okay, let's go back to the other planet. Let's check the star map. Star map, how am I doing? 0.9 cycle. Getting it close. So this is not going to happen on... The build's not going to happen on time, I think. Priority. So if I go to Ari, your priority should be storing. If I do this, is Harry going to start bringing steel? See, both of them brought steel, and then he's constructing it immediately. So at least this is starting to go better. But if the steel was here, he would go, grab steel, do this one. Grab steel, do this one. Grab steel, do this one. Which would be much better. Okay, so 0.7 cycle. I am not taking a chance. Oh, I'm not taking a chance. I'm going to protect my solar panel, and I'm going to start closing these. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to add one right over there. Great. So these are closed. My solar panel are protected. Let's look at the star map. 0.5 cycle. You know what? Let's just do this. I'm also going to close these. So now the meteor shower is going to damage this part and is going to damage that part. I don't know how big the damage is going to be. And see, oh, now he's an idiot. He thought that he could get through the door, but now that they're closed, he knows that he can't. So now he's going to go and concentrate on other work. So let's go to the star map. I want to see this meteor shower. I don't want to miss it, but I don't want to waste my time staying. Oh, let's just go faster. So now you're going to be able to see the meteor shower. And like I said, in the next episode, we're going to automate the opening and closing of this so that we never get another bad meteor shower. Come on. Should start right now. Ah, now it started. So I paused. Okay, so look at this. These are big bad copper meteor. And when they hit a bunker tile, they just stop cold. No damage whatsoever. They explode either in a little piece or, as you just saw, when you don't have protection. Did you see this meteor? He went right through and he destroyed this right here and he destroyed this. Oh, these are making so much damage. And if this was full of natural gas and it had gone through and destroyed that, then all of this would be spewing out. So that's why, like, I'm starting to play, with fire. What are you doing? I can't have you in here. I can't have you producing. Game sometimes. Oh, this is not good. Oh, oh, this is bad. Damaged all of this here. Please stop. Just please be over. Oh, you're over. So like I said, I've been playing with fire since the beginning, and now like this is the proof of why this is important. Now I can reopen this right here. Reopening is going to be really slow because we don't have a battery or a backup power. But these doors are now going to be reopening very... Hello? Let's make it fastest speed because, wow. Okay. Next thing, this regolith, if I open all of these, the regolith's going to fall on the solar panel. And look at the temperature. This regolith is like 200 and something degree. So before we go anywhere else and do anything else, I'm going to have to come over here and dig. I don't want to issue the dig command because, see, he's waiting there because he wants to go and do his repair. So might as well put the dig command because you're going to be stupid anyway. So now they can go through and finish the work. So this is the last time this planet is going to get damaged. Like, at least we're going to have resolved that problem once and for all, which is just in time, because if that had natural gas and that had cracked, we'd be in a really bad position. Okay, so for this planet, I'm kind of done for now. What I'm going to be doing through time-lapse time is I'm going to start and dig the whole place up here from top to bottom. And once everything's at the bottom, I'm going to use some automation to bring all of the material in here. I want all of the material on this map to be in here. Okay? I'm going to dump all of that ethanol down at the bottom here. So I have one big tank of ethanol. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the ethanol. I might use it for... Oh, I'm going to need it for the nosh bean, the nosh sprout. I'm going to need to get to farming at some point very soon, unfortunately. Okay, so on this planet, I have 3 things left that I want to do before I'm done. Well, 4, sorry. First, I'm going to want to activate this and just go through the quest line for the animals and transforming it. Then, I'm going to want to tame the sulfur geyser that's here so that I have infinite food. Let me just continue this. Okay. And I'm going to want to tame these two volcanoes, okay? And that's going to be a very special project. I think that I want to use these two volcanoes. I hate where they're placed, but I'm going to make them so that it's closed like this, down a shaft, and closed like this. And both are going to just bring all of the lava in one place. And I'm going to use that lava to make a petroleum boiler. But that petroleum boiler is going to be an episode in maybe 7 or 8 episodes. I need to fix a lot of other things first. So sulfur for infinite food from the sulfur. Like the volcanoes here for a petroleum boiler, and also to get igneous rock from the lava. And these, do you see these? There's a fossil here, fossil there, fossil here, and one right here. This is going to give us infinite fossil. Okay, it's an infinite fossil production so that we can have infinite lime. Why do we want infinite lime? Because we want to make steel forever. But it's more than that, because if I go to the star map and I look here, you see this planetoid? It's got a aluminum volcano, gold volcano, and copper volcano. Yeah, these are infinite metal that we're all going to tame in later episodes. But there's a planet somewhere here that has multiple iron volcano. So we have infinite iron. We're going to have infinite fossil to lime. And with the hatches, we have infinite coal. Because what you've not been seeing is that I've showed you, I think I've showed you, we have 300 ton of coal here. All of that coal came from all of these hatches. And all of these hatches are eating igneous rock. Let me just get a blueprint. Are eating igneous rock. Okay. So the igneous rock we're getting from volcanoes. We have a volcano here. We have a small one here. We have a smaller one here. All of these volcanoes we're going to want to tame so that we, one, produce power with them, and two, that we produce, that we chill the magma down to igneous rock and down to 30-degree igneous rock to feed those stone hatch forever. Okay, so I'm going to set that to all. Okay, so this is now picking, oh, I'm going to have to move you somewhere else. I'm going to move you here for now. Because now they're crowded in here. Wait, how old is this one? 128. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, undo that. Let's just kill this one. Thank you for your work. And how soon are you going to be ready? Don't want to kill you now. And this one's not old enough, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to let them be gloom for a little bit. And in the end, we're going to kill the other one. The older one, once the baby is no longer a baby. Research. Okay, so let's continue what I was saying. So, for steel, we need refined carbon. For refined carbon, we need coal. For coal, we have these little hatches eating igneous rock into coal. And for igneous rock, we have volcanoes. So all of the volcano we want to tame and chill. So that's the line for that. So as you're seeing, there are systems creating. See these plants, these grub plants that are getting grub. Well, they made grub fruit preserve, which is a great food, but it needs sulfur. Right now, I had like 15 and I needed to take them out because this planet ran out of sulfur. Well, I say ran out. There's still a little bit of sulfur here that we haven't dug up, but for the rest, it's out of sulfur. But we're going to get infinite sulfur. So this is going to be a really good infinite food, and the hatches meat is also really good infinite food. So those are two great food source. Okay, so let's talk about rocket, because that's the last thing I want to do today. Right here, I have a rocket. Okay, the rocket, the reason I put it high like this is that when a rocket lifts, it has this 3x9 that it's going to spew very hot gas or very hot anything. So anything that's touching this is going to burn up or melt. I don't think it's going to touch my telescope, so it can stay there, but we'll see once we do the first liftoff. So this is the most basic rocket. I could have done this at cycle 20. I'm not a rusher. I like to do things one thing at a time, and I didn't need to rush it. I'm not doing a time run or like a speed run or something like that. So this carbon dioxide engine, all it needs is carbon dioxide, and that's what we've done. We've sent carbon dioxide to it, and you know what? We're probably going to want to cut this off because it's going to solidify and crack the pipe. And you know what? Let's do like this and do like this so that we vent the rest to space so that there's no cracking of the pipe. Okay, so this carbon dioxide is very limited. It has a module burden of 3 and a module engine of 23 and a max height of 10. Okay, we're already at 8 of 10. Right here, I'm going to add another solar panel, and now we're going to be at a height of 9 out of 10. Okay, and if you come here and look at the frozen screen at this carbon dioxide engine, oh, if I look at the nose cone, sorry, it's going to tell us that it has a range of 6 tile because of the the quantity of carbon dioxide, and it has a speed of 2.3 tiles per cycle. So if I go to this star map, 6 tile, 1, 2, 3 land, it can go there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land. So it can reach those 2 planets, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can also reach those. But all of those planets, it would need to refuel to be able to come back. Whereas at some point, we're going to have rockets that are going to be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, land, get back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and settle back down. Petroleum and Radbolt rockets are like really good for that. Also 2.3, so 1, 2, 3, it's going to take 1.5 cycle or 1.25 cycle to get to this planet, and this is the planet we're going to want to go to like pretty soon. But this is not the exploration rocket, this is the research rocket. So let's go inside. This is the rocket. First off, we're going to, so in a rocket, we're going to need a way of peeing and pooping. So we're going to take a wall toilet that we're going to put here. It does work. Makes no sense to me, but it works. So we're going to use it because that's very useful. Then we don't have a lot of space for a bed, and they added something in in furniture, which is called a ladder bed. So we're going to put a ladder bed here. So this is going to be valid, but the beauty of this is that the dupe can sleep here, but can also climb up here to go to the next level. I'm going to put some mesh tile right here to make the next level. Can't put one here because we need to be able to climb up. I said this was going to be the research rocket. So see, Orbital Data Collection Lab. This uses plastic to make data bank. That's how we're going to get our data bank. We're going to put a storage bin right here that we're going to fill with plastic, and one right here that we're going to fill with algae, because we're going to need to get some food in here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to rush this a little bit because I want my explanation to continue. Then we're going to need power. So we have power outside of the rocket in the battery bank. If we put a power outlet right on a wall, see, not on glass, on a wall, we're going to be able to bring power inside. And then I'm going to go with conductive wire, and I'm going to go and bring power here and here. I also like, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll put an extra cable somewhere, because if you need to cut and reconnect and you don't have any of that metal available, it's going to cause us a problem. So I'm going to deconstruct it when we get up. This one's going to be plastic, and I want 20 ton, and I want it soon. This one's going to be algae, and I want 20 ton, and I want it pretty soon. And this is going to get connected. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to let this rocket get filled with 20 ton of plastic and 20 ton of algae. Once I get both, I'm going to deconstruct this storage bin and put a, a fridge. And then I'm going to put some food in the fridge and deconstruct the fridge. So everything's going to be on the floor here. And then I'm going to build a table, a mess table for my dupe to eat. Sleep, eat, produce, poop. And it's going to be a cycle that's going to be in space. And right here, the algae, I'm going to put a an oxygen diffuser and just produce oxygen to fill this cabin. Next thing that we have to do is that toilet needs water. So I'm going to build out of granite. And I'm going to output from here like this. And we're just going to be snaking around the capsule like this up to here. So we're going to send water, and that water in a granite pipe is going to help to keep the temperature stabilized. At some point, this rocket's going to be way too hot, but at that point, we're going to probably be decommissioning it. But that's going to be our rocket. So it's going to be filled with water, and we use very little water. So when we leave the planet, that's how you have enough water for a trip. These toilets use so little water that you can go very far and never really worry about that. I need to wait for this to get finished, and I want to launch it into space so that you see my first data bank gets produced. So I'm going to just go like this and make this ASAP. And I just want to make sure that these get filled faster. This is a bit slower than I was expecting. Let's come back here. So once this is ready, it's going to launch. And see, it's almost at the might height right now. I could add some more, but 2 solar panel is going to be enough to give power to the oxygen diffuser and the orbital, not oxygen diffuser, what am I calling it? Yes, the oxygen diffuser and the orbital data collection. Research-wise, that's still not finished. Why is the supercomputer not supercomputing? Is it missing? Got no content. Oh, it's a low priority. That's kind of annoying. It should always prioritize this one first, and it should always prioritize that one first and this one last. Okay, so hopefully Brainiac's going to finish that because I like that research to be finished before he goes into space. So let's come back right here. Right now, oh, my first water's coming. Ooh, my first blob of water. Right to the toilet. Why do I not have more water? Where did that water... Oh, you know what happened? It probably cracked the pipe? No. Oh, this was one lower and it got one blob of water. Okay. Okay. You've got me. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this right here because not even, I think here. Because don't forget, all I want to do is fill that rocket and I don't want more. And if I go outside right here... Did this empty? No. So also disconnect here. Yeah, we're losing a little bit of carbon dioxide, but we have this whole pipe and we have all of this down here, so it really doesn't matter. As for the water, same principle. This emptied. Let's go in here. What does this look like? Is this completely full? No, we're missing 3 blob. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to reconnect this. And we're going to get the 3 missing blob. But if I'm completely honest, we don't really need those 3 missing blob. This is full. Let's deconstruct it. And let's deconstruct that also. So now we have enough plastic. Well, enough plastic. We have 20 ton. 20 ton. What's the conversion rate for that? It's... Hey, you're not telling me? Oh, this is annoying. You know what? Oh, let's do this. No, okay, sorry. I was going to put like a light bulb to illuminate, but the light bulb would illuminate this and would prevent the dupe from sleeping. So no, I'm not doing that. Sorry. So we said now I need a fridge. Food. Fridge right here. And right here we need an oxygen diffuser. So let's build that, and let's go back here. And let's just... What am I searching for now? I'm kind of confusing myself. Oh, I never reopened this. Great. Okay, so the reason... Oh, God. Disable building. Because now they can't go out because there's no power. And unfortunately... Your life is going to suck for a little while, but I need you to dig this because we need to open these. And it's going to be very hard for you because you're going to be in space, running out of breath. But I can't have the regolith fall on this. Same for this right here. Just dig all of this and they need to go breathe. Great. Go back. Come on. I just need this back. Like, that's why I need to finish and automate this. I'm probably going to show that in the next episode. Okay. So I can reopen this. And we're going to start getting power again. So everything's going to be back to peachy and good. This and bunker tile. This. Great. We're able to finish all of this. Okay. The other mistake that I made in this build is putting the cable in the door. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that, and I'm going to make it a lead cable outside like this, going all of the way also like this. And I'm going to need more steel because the one in each is going to be made out of steel because that's where the heat is going to be. I'm also about running out of water, like food. Let's go over here. There's too many things at the same time. Okay. And then I need to do this. And metal. Perfect. And then I need to go to my rocket. What is the inside of my rocket looking like? Do interior. Okay, so here we're going to want this berry sludge because it never goes off. But we're only going to want 30 kilo. Like I don't need like a crazy amount. Then we're going to deconstruct the fridge. And this is max pressurized now. So this is all good. We're all perfect and ready to launch the moment we get the food. Please bring the food. Oh, whoa, we got the food. Perfect. Deconstruct. And then we're going to build a table. Furniture. Mess table. Come on. Come and deconstruct this, please. Do this. Who's getting scalded again? Oh! Okay, so no. Enable building. You are absolutely not allowed to be in here. And he's so slow. Is Ari going to die? I am so stressed right now. Okay. Oh, furniture. Like, I'm making too many mistakes right now. This is a bit ugly. Triage caught. Prioritize that. I think he's out of arm's way. What I mean by that is I think that there's no way he's going to die right now, but he's suffering and he's going to need to heal himself. We caught that right on time. That's crazy. No. Just turn this on. Thank you. Okay. So you're going to go right here. And you're never leaving here until you're fully healed. So Ari is now unpermitted from leaving this room until he's fully healed and fixed. What an adventure. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm also going to have an automation cable, an automation wire, also made out of lead. That's going to go outside of this. And I'm going to be able to decide what opens when. And what we're going to do, because the power cable cannot send more than 2,000 power, what we're going to do is we're going to time how long it takes for the doors to open. And we're going to say, open these 8 first, and then have a timer for the signal, like just of 20 seconds, until those are closed, and then send the power to the next one and to the next one and to the next one. But I'm going to show this whole automation. It's just this takes so long to build that it's better to be built before, and then we're going to be able to connect everything. Also, we're going to be able to deconstruct all of the steel in the doors except at the right position, and that should fix everything. So this is going to be for the next episode. Like I said, I'm going to be prepping and I'm going to be digging this whole planet out. I'm also going to be digging this whole, like, I need to finish cleaning this place up. I've got a lot of good water here that I'm not using. I just need to start like doing cleanup projects. Let's come over here. This is now done. Perfect. So now, very important. You need to make sure that the dupe you're going to use, which is going to be Brainiac, is allowed to rocket pilot. Okay? So we're going to put researching at max and operating at max. Why? Because I don't know if this is researching or operating or both. So now Brainiac is allowed to pilot. We're going to go to skill and we're going to take Brainiac and we're going to give them 1 rocket reskill. Then I can go outside. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to say change crew, make it Brainiac, and say crew. So when you say crew, it's going to make Brainiac come into the rocket. Okay, then we're going to set the destination to just be here. And the rocket's going to get ready to launch. And now we're going to say begin launch sequence. And let's look at this. It's producing heat that never reached this. So that's really good. Everything here is going to get really, really stupid warm, but not this. That's why I made this out of steel and I made these out of obsidian so that this won't melt. Now let's go into the rocket. You are going to take off your suit. So now this dupe is going to be making databank forever. Okay? So basically, Brainiac's life now, oh, and very important, consumable, Brainiac now needs to be allowed to eat this berry sludge. Okay. So this rocket is perfect now. So Brainiac's going to be making 1 databank. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to say databank. I'm going to say plastic. I'm going to say alot. And I'm going to say, what else? I'm going to say, am I seeing the plastic? Plastic, yeah. Okay, so I see that there's 120 kilocalorie here. So Brainiac can eat forever, can pee until all of these water pipe are empty, and can do this for 20 ton of plastic. And these 5 kilogram of plastic makes 1 data unit. So 20 ton is 1 ton is 1,000 kilo. So this is 20,000 kilo divided by 5. So that's 4,000. So that's 4,000 data bank, I think. But this is not producing super fast, by the way. Now, there is going to be a problem with this rocket, okay? Because there's oxygen being produced by this. And my dupe is exhaling carbon dioxide. Oh, you can see that she's pooping. And see, the water just got pushed outside. And it used a little bit of the water. So once this cable is empty, or the food is out, or the plastic is out, we're going to have to land. But that can stay in the air for 10, 20, 30 cycle. It really doesn't matter. Now, the only problem we're going to get is that Brainiac is exuding carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is going to start filling the rocket. Right here, this is not making more oxygen because it's overpressurized. But when carbon dioxide is going to hit here, it's going to be able to make oxygen and displace the carbon dioxide. So at some point, this place is going to overpressurize. And once it's overpressurized, she's going to have, she's going to be hurt. Going to have blown damage eardrum or something like that. And when that happens, we're just going to bring the rocket back down and we're going to clear the carbon dioxide. But this rocket should be able to do what it needs to do and get us all of the data bank. To be fair, we're going to need a lot of data bank. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 330. 330. And then we have 250 and 250 and 250 and 250. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1,000. So we're at 1,330 plus 4. So we're at 1,470. The problem is you can't put that in here. And we're going to get more data bank from more geysers. So for now, we're just going to let her produce as long as possible until the point where we get a warning that she's not happy to be up here anymore. And that should have given us the space race achievement. We've now launched our first rocket into space. So that's going to let us do the research, and it was very important that we got that done because now we're going to be able to get the solid management, and this is also important because that's going to let us make diamonds out of carbon forever. One last thing. I have a shine bug right here. He's tame? How are you tame? Okay, I'm going to move you here. Where did he get tamed from? Unless it was a tamed egg? Anyway, so these shine nymph, I didn't use it, but I'm going to regret it, so I'm going to start doing it. These shine nymph, they produce radiation. Not a lot, but they have the ability to always make one egg before they die. Okay, so if they make one egg before they die, it means that they replace themselves. So if I have at least one in here being tamed, it's going to be making more and more and more. You just get this done. I'm going to get more and more egg, and I'm going to condense all of these eggs into a little place, and it's just going to be creating a stupid amount of radiation that I'm then, through a corner tile, feed into a rad bolt generator like that, because we're going to now have the high velocity transport, and that requires radiation. And that's what I'm going to use to send stuff to the other planet. For the first planet, they give you the teleporter unit, which are very... Like, I wish they would let us build those. I wish that, like, make it 5,000 steel. Like, make it something stupid expensive. But I wish that there was a way to just make this connect to other planet. And whatever. It's not going to happen. So there's no real point into talking about it. And you can now kill this guy. But at least we're going to be able to get these working. So I just want to see, what do you need to eat? Phosphorite. And so I'm going to need to, what is in here? Oh, phosphorite. Okay. So this is where we were producing these. We also tamed pufflet, but I guess this is more important. So the idea is that this egg is going to be brought to some other place where we're going to start amassing a crazy amount of rad bolt. It needs to be some place where they won't die. So let me just check. What's your condition? You need to stay within what temperature range? Let me just go here and say shine bug. Shine bugs from 10 to 40. So, oh, livable is minus 100, but comfort is 10 to 40. So for the one that I'm not caring about, they could be in a lower temperature. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ship those eggs to a place that's closer to here, because I'm going to have a radiation setup around here where I'm basically just going to be using for shipping stuff to other planet. By the way, these solar panel, I'm going to have to move them down the line because, or I put deep transit tube. So what I'm thinking to do is at some point, I'm going to tear through this cold biome, destroy this. This transit tube is going to come up here, and this side is going to be my nuclear launch site and like my rockets and my radiation. I'm going to have to start digging this all out and put these shine bugs somewhere around here. I need to start making them first, but once I've made them, then we're going to be able to decide what we're going to do with that. So I think that's going to be enough for this episode, and I'm going to be able to go into a time lapse. But in the meantime, we now have 44 units. So if I come here, we now have enough to do this one, and pretty soon this one too. We're just going to be able to get all of the research like ticked off one after another. If I look at here, still have a lot of water, still have a lot of food. If I'm looking at the oxygen, no problem. It's kind of a bit high, not too much carbon gas, but I'm probably going to be able to produce 300 or 400 data bank this way. So like I said, I'm going to go in my time lapse, and the time lapse is just going to be me clearing up as much space. Like I want to start tearing this down, this down, this down, and get ready all of this down. I don't know about the cold biome. I'm not ready to tear down the cold biome. And the reason for that is I still want these, I still want these lead wheat. Oh, these are, okay. See, I'm not paying attention enough, so I'm gonna sweep 9. Sweep 9. M9, there's water here or polluted oxygen? There's polluted oxygen, so I'm gonna have to break this down. Sweep 9. Like, until I've used all of this, like, I don't want to risk losing all of this. Like, I want to extract as much as possible before I have my, before I get my farm set up. I'm going to do some pip farming. Again, something for a much later episode. But that's why I'm trying to be careful not to destroy this biome. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wild sleet, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like that's very interesting. But we're going to have to farm it at some point. That's kind of why I had prepared this. We're going to build a farm here. It's just too many things to do and not enough episodes, to be honest. But like I said, today we did the rocket research. We did the crude oil and natural gas right here. Guys, what is going on here? Okay, Mecha Build, go heal yourself now. Anyway, maybe I'm out of reed fiber in here? Reed? No, I have 37 unit. This is just not high priority enough. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to have to just power through digging down those 2 planets. I'm going to do a lot of this. And then next episode, maybe Sulfur Tamer, maybe the power brick? Or not the power brick, like the industrial sauna. Like that's not, I don't like the industrial sauna as a name, but that's like a place so that we can produce metal forever and just be good. Oh, so let's finish the episode on one thing. Let's come right over here and right over here. Let's just do unlock a new blueprint. You get 3 of those per week, and I wanted to keep one for on video. Let's print, and we get, oh, downtime shirt. Kind of cute, but if I'm honest, don't like the clothing item because I don't change them on my dupe. I think that they don't show enough. That being said, let's go to our supply closet, and I can show you the things that I'm happy to have. I have these 3 light. They're so, like, I'd like to get this one. I like to get this one. Like, I want all of those. I've got these 2 beds. These came with the DLC. I've got this bed right here for the comfy bed. Those are cuts, sorry. I like to get the rocket one. I like to get the hands. Like there's some really nice one here. Got some better pots. I got a red flashy planter box, but I never use those. Also got the mealy teal. I got this that I'm really happy with. I got a weepy blue gas reservoir. So I can start building those. I have the Christmas one here that I never used. I have the beautiful beaker cracker. I've got a green musher. Like I can like start using those at least. The rest, like Atmo suit, I've got these things, but I don't change them. Like to change those, you basically have to go on your duplicate and you have to say, so that's one thing that I didn't think of. All of these are the different duplicate type that you can get, well named. So you could say, I always want an Abe to, let's say, open wardrobe. We could say, I always want an Abe to wear a grape jelly outfit or a Pinchabelle outfit. Let's assign outfit. So it means that if I have an Abe dupe, he's going to be dressed like that. Or then you can go to specific dupes and give them a wardrobe. But like I said, it doesn't add enough to the game. The fact that I can have different liquid reservoir and different skin for bed, that's awesome. The rest doesn't really matter to me. So guys, I'm going to go into my time lapse and we're going to just be tearing some of the base so that next episode, we're going to be able to tackle another project. Guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.